in the mix, in the mix. Let me tell you how it's going down.
We about to put you up on game. You won't see, you gotta know the name. Keep it real, you know ain't nothing changed. Set the standard, staying in our lane. Yep, that's what you thought. Paying the cost, taking no loss, keeping you up on what's happening. And now that I got your attention, let me mention this.
In the mix, in the mix, in the mix. Let me tell you how it's going down. In the mix, in the mix, in the mix. Let me tell you how it's going down.
I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
When black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, then the black man will think like a black man, and he will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men. And this type of black thinking will cause all black people to stick together. And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon black people by white people. And it is the only thing that will bring an end to it. No federal court, state court, or city court will bring an end to it. It's something that the black man has to bring an end to himself.
Well. And it's actually more than 2 tragedies, you guys, that we're going to be talking about on today. I'm already emotional. Before I even get into our opening statement for this show, I'm going to go around the room. Y'all know we in the studio today. We haven't been here for a minute. Y'all bear with us. Some big changes is coming to the QOC network and also to this segment. We have been talking and working some things out. I'm trying not to even tear up because I go first just to hear Martin Luther King right now. And I know we keep saying, where are the leaders? Where are the leaders? Where are they dead? The truth of the matter, they dead. Or we silence them, or we find ways to pick them apart where they can't stand. So to hear him say he have a dream that his kids, that's the killer part of the speech, will one day grow up in the nation. Oh shit, I'm finna cry, y'all. But yeah, I have a dark-skinned child, and to wake up every week, one of ours is drowned or killed in a manner or shot in the back. It's gut-wrenching to a mom, to a parent, period. So to hear somebody say they have a dream that one day they kids, we talking about what, 30, 40 years ago, this speech was 1963, and then we still having the same dream, and the dream is not a dream, it's a nightmare. Because we're actually burying our kids. Our kids are getting lynched and strung up, and they're being told that this is accidental. There is no foul play in these incidents. And we have to come on this damn platform week after week, and talk about these topics and try to talk about them in a manner where it's not censored or it don't come off hateful, but we have to be realistic. It's some shit going on in the water, y'all, and it's not good, and it's not looking good for us. Why we still clapping fucking fans and putting boots on the ground and doing quiet on the creek and spin that shit? Every day we are stripped and we're not seeing it. I'm gonna let the men's go, and then we're gonna go into this. I'm gonna try to go at it at a different angle, but it's raw and uncut, y'all. So let me go ahead and pop this on the screen, because I already know the men gonna come behind me and they're gonna be fired up too. So man, I started off that way to try to do a positive, and then everybody say Malcolm X was negative, but he wasn't negative. He was really seeing it at a different perspective, because he knew it was going to be more than marches and more than boycotting that's going to get us to where we need to go. And we just keep taking steps back. I am so frustrated with us. I can't even blame the other race. I'm frustrated with us first. Y'all, me, who want to go after me? Yeah, go. Oh shit! I got dead air. Y'all already know it's like that.
So I made a post the other day, and I'll just read part of it. Almost every time something bad occurs, we'll be quick to say, that's just the way it is, knowing that the whole time it doesn't have to be like that. What can we do to change what we don't like, or are we just satisfied with how things are? Someone gets taken out by gunfire in an area that is labeled as bad, we claim it to be normal. Why? Complacency leads to stagnation. How? When you're only mad about the situation, but you don't get mad enough to want something changed, it won't change. Then when someone comes in to change things, we get mad about that too. Now look at the situation that we got here. We're always quick to want to go and do protests and have all of these meetings and rallies and all of this stuff. But I really feel like we're not getting mad enough to want to change something. And until we get mad enough to really want to see some change, then you'll start seeing a lot of stuff coming into fruition. But until then, we're just going to keep doing the same things that we're doing and just keep saying, oh, well, this is just happening because it's the status quo. It's not the status quo. If we can change something, then it doesn't have to be status quo. That's how I feel about it.
Also,
I hope that we can, and matter of fact, on both my sister Egypt and also both profound perspectives. I know Egypt, having a young black male growing up in this society, is scary. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Also we've been young black men and still are black men in this society, and we are not out the weeds. We're not exempt from what's happening to these young men and stuff like that, because it's not just happening to young men, it's happening to older men too. We getting trapped up and going to prison at older ages, and we are victimized by the same type of hate and insidious mindset that these people have. I want to say this. I have a young black son. I'm tight with my boy. Me and him, we are. I say he called me to kick it, like he would call his friends, like, because that's how tight we is. I talk to my son daily about these things, and he probably get tired of me talking, but I have to, because I know what he up against that he don't understand fully. But to what Oso said, when we gonna get tired, when we get tired, we're gonna look at ourselves, and we're gonna demand that we treat ourselves properly. We're going to demand that we clean up our own house. We're going to demand that. That's going to be a cultural mandate. I've been saying this for a very long time before I've ever met y'all. I got people that know that. Pryme been talking like this because of my background and what I came through as far as being working for that federal government. I saw some stuff long time ago, and I've been talking ever since. But this kind of self-accountability has become abnormal in the Black community. We do not have cultural accountability. And when we get that, when we figure that out, that's when we're going to treat ourselves a certain kind of way, and we're going to demand not only that we treat ourselves a certain kind of way, then we will demand that we be treated like that by everybody else, because we would have shown the examples of how we need to be treated inside our house. But right now, we treat ourselves like shit, and we want other people to treat us like we're acting golden, and we're not. We're not. Now, to this young man right here, he had a prosperous life coming. Mr. Nolan, he had both mom and dad. Beautiful young man. And fuck saying pause, because ain't nothing gay about me. That's another thing. We got to stop all this this immature ass shit. I don't know, Black men. We got to stop it. But this young man had a future. He was not a YN. He was a good young man that talked to his dad just like my son do. That's why this shit hit me very hard. It hits me in my chest, not just with him, with all of them that go through this. But I do know that ain't shit gonna change until we change the way we treat our damn selves. Ain't shit gonna change. They will not hold themselves accountable. We should know that by now, and we should stop asking them to do it. We should stop asking them. We should stop marching for them to do it. They're not going to do it. Get it through our head. We must do that. Digest it, and channel that energy in another way, which is at yourself, to get yourself together and put in mandates to correct ourselves and our communities, period, to protect. Because once you start correcting the mindset, then you can properly protect. We're not in the mindset, therefore we're killing, and we're not protecting ourselves. So what the hell are we going to ask for from somebody else? It's wrong. It's wrong. But this here that's going on with these young men, this is wrong as well. But we got to fix ourselves. That's what I have to say right now.
Okay, y'all. This is the opening part of In the Mix. We try to get ourselves warmed up before we start diving into. I hope, and I pray. I've always asked, some of y'all might not be spiritual, but I always ask God when we have certain conversations, let us not put out anything that causes more division, more trouble than what it already is, but let us put something out that make people think and wonder the what if. Like Pryme said, the mandates, what if we do that? What if we love each other? And like Old Soul said, get rid of the norm. It's in the hood, it's normal. Okay, so we got a good show for y'all. We will be touching on the baby Lowry that just happened. Of course, we would talk about Daniel Ervin here out of Arlington, Texas. And then, of course, we'll talk about Nolan Wells. We do have a spotlight for the week. Mr. Joe, R&B. It's amazing how you knock me off my feet. I got to chunk some in there, y'all, because, my mood is so fucked up right now. And then, of course, I got Pryme said something earlier, and this joke is by one of the old schools, Mr. Bernie Mac, and it touches on Black history. And it's crazy that he said what he said at the beginning, but I don't want to spoil the joke. But we do got a good show for you guys. So let me go ahead with the opening statement, because we need to do this. And then we're going to dive right on into these trending topics. Okay, y'all. For y'all watching out there all over the place, There are moments in life when the headlines stop being just stories and become names, faces, families, and communities are forever changed. Today, we pause to honor three young men whose lives touched so many: Mr. Nolan Wells, Mr. Daniel Ervin, and that baby, Daryl Lowry. Their absence is felt by their loved ones, their friends, their schools, and everyone who believes that every young life has immeasurable value. There is an old song that has carried many of our generations through grief, injustice, heartbreak, and hope. Its message still echoes today. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Those words remind us that overcoming doesn't mean forgetting. I want y'all to hear that. I'm going to repeat that. Those words remind us that overcoming doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing love over hate, unity over division, compassion over silence, and hope over despair. Today, it's not about politics. It's not about social media. It's not about assigning blame. It's about remembering three lives. It's about standing with families whose hearts are broken. It's about asking ourselves what kind of community we want to be and what we are willing to do to protect the next generation. That's it. That's what we're going to do today. If we are going to overcome, it begins with conversations that matter. It begins with listening. It begins with action. And it begins with every one of us. To the families of Nolan Wells, Daniel Ervin, and Daryl Lowry, we see you. We mourn with you. We pray for your strength and we honor the lives of your sons. May their memories inspire us to love deeper, serve better, and never stop working toward a future where every young person has the opportunity to live, dream, and thrive. I'm Egypt. You are on the show with Pryme. And also, remember, we reflect, we stand together, and this is In the Mix, y'all. There y'all have it. Going into this first one, y'all. This one popped up later this week. This young child was in the foster care system. They're not giving a lot of detail as to why, but he was placed in foster care waiting for permanent, I guess, assignment or foster permanent home or whatever. He got into an altercation with one or two of the other foster kids that was there. They happened to be white, because I don't want to just say the white people doing it, but they were white kids, 17 and a 16-year-old. They stabbed him and they drowned him. They are charged with capital murder. We do have a clip for this, so I'm gonna play the clip, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk on it a little bit. This is not getting as much press as the other two young men, but this baby was 13. My baby will be 13 in a couple of months. I dare not shed any light on this story. And the comments I see, well, if the parents been doing what they supposed to do, he would never be in foster care. But we have seen cases where judges take kids that don't supposed to take kids on false accusations. And we have seen the system, and we know of people kids have been taken in. Okay, before we go any further, let me play the clip. And then, y'all, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this, because there's so many angles and so many questions I have for the men when we look at this young man's death. So here we go, y'all. Trending topics.
Let's talk trends. Morning after this 13-year-old boy was found dead in a lake. Investigators say he was stabbed and held underwater by two older teenagers. Channel 9 South Carolina reporter Tina Terry learned the young teen from Chester was in foster care. Tina, this is heartbreaking.
The entire family is hurting. He was a well-loved child amongst his entire family, both sides of his family. And for him to be taken away, they're visibly devastated.
Sherry McNeil and her husband John talked to me on Zoom today about their young cousin Daryl Lowry. The 13-year-old was from Chester, but a family attorney says the boy was in the custody of the state of South Carolina, 100 miles away in this small community of Modoc near Strom-Thurmond Lake. State police say Lowry was at a boat dock when he got into a physical fight with two older boys. This affidavit says Lowry had lacerations from a knife, and the other boys murdered him by holding him underwater until he became deceased. State police arrested and charged 17-year-old Landon Moore with murder. A 16-year-old is in the custody of juvenile justice.
I was devastated when I heard it.
McCormick County Council Chairman Bernard Hamby seems to suggest Lowry was in his custody. An email from him sent to ABC affiliate WJBF said, "For 13 years, I've been fostering boys who needed a gentle place to land during the hardest times of their life. You can never know what a person, even a child, is fully capable of. And to Daryl, I'm so sorry for the circumstances that brought you to my home, and I'm heartbroken by how you were taken from this world."
Well, we want full transparency as a community.
I'm gonna stop right there, because what you're asking for transparency on what? And we're talking about a councilman, chairman that owned and operated this foster home. You guys, this is what my question. I'm mad at the cousin, because why didn't you get custody? I thought like before you go to foster care, they go through all able bodies in your family to see if you're a good fit to go in. No? Wow.
No, they do not. I got a friend right now. He actually, he's black. Him and his wife, they have a white kid in their custody. And no, they didn't go through the entire family. No. But his mom was deceased. And his daddy at the time was in jail. They didn't contact a whole lot of people. They didn't do that. CPS is not what we think they are. That's probably one of the most raggediest organized parts of our system that we have right now. Honestly, so no, that's just not true.
What's crazy about this, when I got my first degree, which is in law, criminal justice, right? So I interned with the child CPS over on Stemmons, and I did intern for the intake department. That means you would get emergency calls, some of the horrific emergency calls where these kids will be beaten, raped. I'm talking about all kinds of things. And we will have to go out and get them emergency shelter. That was part of intake, where we would try to find the next of kin before placing them. And so I guess things have changed. I guess things have changed. And I will say this, Pryme, they are understaffed like heck. And that was back in, I got my degree in 2005. They was understaffed then. So just think about how many more cases of abuse and neglect and rape and sexual assault that is occurring now. I didn't do it. I did the one call where the mom beat her boyfriend slept with the daughter. We talking about a 12-year-old child. She beat that child with a baseball bat. Darn near killed her for sleeping with her man. And I knew that wasn't the spot for me. I came up, if I could have took every kid in at that time, I would have. And I know we're gonna say, I don't want to put race into this, but I have to say, is Black people even doing foster care? Like, do we open our home? Because when I saw this, I like, because Scooter's the only child. And I'm like, if I open my home, which I'm thinking about doing, like, seriously, and adopting another Black boy, and not a baby, but somebody a little older than Scooter to come in, to give them a chance. But do we do that with our own? Do we even participate in foster care? Because every time, even on TikTok or social media, when I was doing this, I saw mostly white people adopting us or having to get control of us. Are y'all seeing that, or do y'all know some Black foster people?
Well, I have one of my brother-in-laws. He actually took in 2 kids. He already had 2 kids, and so that's kind of something that he does. I don't think this is something that we normally see in the Black community, of us really doing that, and probably because of it being a safety issue, not only just for them in foster, but them if they go into foster care in a Black person's home, are they going to be safe in that home? Because you never know what the parents are going to be up to.
Yeah.
I've seen I drive buses for a district, y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shocked to find out that like a high percentage, they said 72, and I'm hoping that they was wrong. No, it wasn't 72. It wasn't 72. It was like 40-something percent. This is still high though. Of a lot of those homes in that district were foster care homes for kids.
I know in Lancaster it was, yeah.
And what I see on my bus, just on my bus, 20-something kids, I think I had about 7 or 8 of them on there that were foster kids. Those kids wasn't being taken care of properly.
Just to check. That's what I was just supposed to go. Yep.
And so, yeah, we do it. But like also say, you know what I'm saying, the type of environment that we keep, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times are not beneficial to the child. Yeah. And it shows that we don't really care about each other like that. And so, and I'm gonna be real, we're gonna keep it 1,000. It's what we shedding light on because everything, I don't care what people say, we can't do, it's not everything, not by race. Yeah, I hear that, but I'm being real, in this country, everything is based on race.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we just on that, from that standpoint. But I've seen white people, like we're finna talk about some bad things. I've seen some white people really do some really good things for Black kids. So while we sit up here and finna go in, we got to keep it 1,000. We're not providing the same atmospheres and the same opportunities for our own. We're not, and we got to do better. And like I said again, it shows what happened to our community a long time ago and how it got broken down, and where the results is now. What, you know what I'm saying? So we got to do better. Yeah, I've seen it, and I've seen some bad stuff with it.
That's what I was gonna say, because I remember Lancaster. If y'all are, I kind of stay on the outskirts of that area. I know back in, I want to say 2005, 2006, like toward the high school and the college part, those houses, when they first put them up, it was a lot of us that was in those houses. And a lot of them were foster parents home. I remember going to one homegirl house. She was like, come ride with me. And the woman was a foster care. She had a huge house. I'm talking about a huge house. They were built from the ground up. And she was basically, like Pryme was saying, using them kids for that check to, I guess, support herself and her lifestyle. And, the kids was running around dirty, her not comb, her not cut. And I said then, wow. And she was giving out tips on how to become a foster care person, but it wasn't like to change your life kind of perspective. It was like, you can get this money and do A, B, C, and D. Our mindset is so fucked up, y'all. That's all I can say. And I'm with Pryme. We have to be careful when we throw the race card, even though it's going to be in a lot of these cases we talk about today. But we know all white people are not evil. We know all of them are not bad. But then we have seen some instances where they have foster cared us, and they have locked kids in barns and sheds. I mean, I remember that story last year, and I was like, you got to be kidding. And there was a preacher, one of us, that adopted some kids and was doing horrific stuff to them. So I want to say, family, the Black family, if you know somebody in your family is not doing right by them kids, and foster care or CPS gets involved, and you are able to take in that child,
Mhm.
try within the family. If y'all have to patch up and rotate weekends or rotate picking them up, I mean, it shouldn't be a reason where we can't take care of our own. And then I'm gonna put this out here, women and men. If you know you can't afford these kids, stop making them. We don't like to hear that because it's a woman choice and you can't tell. I got one child. I was telling Osola about this. I'm struggling to send him back to school. One child. Some of y'all got 4 or 5, and y'all just, you just keep having them. But if they cut them checks, if they cut this, what happens to those kids? Y'all were panicking when they said no more sweets and sugars with the EBT card.
Mm-hmm.
The hell? We got to do better with our mindset. When my mom, it was 8 of them. I think one of my aunts had like 12 kids back in the day. But guess what? They were taken care of. And they didn't go hungry. And there wasn't no such thing as getting no Lone Star card back in the day. It was out there cultivating, gardening, and a whole bunch of more stuff to take care of their kids. We have gotten so lazy and dependent on what we think somebody owes us. We need to stop making these babies if we can't take care of them. And if you know, I'm saying this because I have a sister-in-law that is mentally, and when I say mentally, I mean mentally ill. I'm talking about mentally ill. That was taking medication that made all her kids have these birth defects. Guess where them kids at? They're in foster care. I couldn't get one of them, but today she's in modeling. I got her into modeling. I got, reached out to her and, apologized. I couldn't take her at that time. I was fresh out of high school. And they didn't do nothing to prevent this woman from having these babies. So you got all these babies in foster care. She looked up and got a good foster home, and she had spinifia. That could have went terribly wrong for her. We got.
I know.
Everything pretty much pointing back at ourselves, and like I said,
that's why I just to say we can't blame nobody else.
It's always, to me, like I say, I'm gonna preach it. I always preach it. Cultural accountability. I don't think people really understand what that means because I don't really hear nobody say that. Yeah. I sit up and I listen to documentaries all the time. I'm talking in the barbershop all the time. We doing these things. I don't hear nobody say cultural accountability. And then when I say it, people don't say, what does that mean? Because they don't want to know what it means. Because once you know what it means, then now you got to stand on business. Mm-hmm. Now you got to really handle some shit. Now you got to pull your pants up. Now you got to treat yourself better. Now you got to make better decisions. And today in the Black world, we don't want that. It's like grinding your teeth to say, I'm an adult. Let me act like an adult. Mm-hmm. We just want to play. And so in essence, we got a bunch of grown kids. A lot of grown kids, 40s and 50s, 30s, with kids, and they acting like kids themselves. Because we don't preach accountability and then cultural accountability. We gotta do these things. We gotta start saying something to each other. We gotta start, if you know, like you say, if you know that your auntie got 4 kids over in that house, and she's treating them terribly and bad. They're not getting haircuts. They're not getting their hair done. They're not being properly taken care of. Why don't the family come together? First of all, hold auntie accountable, and then say, hey, but we gonna get these kids. Now, we ain't gonna call CPS right off the bat, because if you don't step in and you let us do what we gotta do, we ain't gonna call CPS. But if you step in the way, we gonna call CPS on you and we're gonna take them. We're gonna take them. So I'm talking about even down to the SAN of our nieces and nephews with by our Uncle Robert and you know, I'm just saying these, you know, names, but even by them, and you don't call them out. Like we know that in our families, you got a weird man, a weird uncle, a weird granddaddy, a weird brother, whatever he's doing things, and we don't call it out. We are the worst at calling ourselves out. We gotta call ourselves out. If you want different from others, you gotta call yourself out first.
Yeah,
you got to.
Stop expecting somebody else to do it for you.
It ain't gonna get done the right way. It's not gonna get done the right way. Because they're gonna do it the way that they feel like they should do it. And then at that point now, because you didn't do it and you passed the buck off to them, now you want to complain when they do it the way they do it.
Yep.
Transparency. Yeah. Come on now. That's silly.
Yeah.
Come on, black
because
folks.
You can't charge this the thing. You want transparency on what? They told you what happened. And I mean, after that, then what? Because now you should be mad at his mom or whoever that was his biological people that made this occur for this child to even be put in this situation. Because it didn't say that he was on his way being returned back home. It said that he was waiting for permanent residence, meaning that he wasn't going to ever go back to mom or dad. So you as the aunt or what cousin, whatever you were, you and your husband sitting on that couch. That's what pissed me off. Y'all should have been like, you know what? I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to get this child. And it should have been a family meeting. Like, hey, we're going to get him. And this is what we could do. And we need help on A, B, C, and D. That's my fear that something happened to me and my child go that way. Because nobody's going to love you like mama.
But check this out.
Nobody's going to love you like that.
Check this out, Egypt. And also say this. How much did y'all really love that boy? Y'all sitting up here talking in front of these cameras and stuff.
You didn't.
How much did you really love him? Because you didn't show it. Because you didn't go fight for him. Because you could have had him.
Yep.
You probably could have had him. I'm going to say probably. But you mean to tell me out of all of them, you mean he ain't got no family members that could get him?
That's what I'm talking about.
So how much do you really love? We showing how much we don't really love each other. We are showing it. All you got to do is die. Exactly. That's when you start seeing him act the fool at the funeral. Oh, he was such a good kid. But why, if he was such a good kid, why you didn't take him in?
Or try to help him?
Because this the thing. It's not money. I have a homegirl right to this day. They had to get custody of a homeboy we knew that was, oh my God, doing the most to his daughter, right? So she stepped in because her mom had died, the girl mom had died, and the girl grandma had died. She and her family did not want her. So my homegirl stepped in to try to get custody of this child. Well, the child is 16 to be 17, so she's trying to get that, where is it, that you consider grown and you could be on your own or whatever. But the mom had money set up for the child. So the baby's getting a check, right? But before that even kicked in, CPS and all of those resources, they was giving my homegirl money to go grocery shopping. They was giving her vouchers to go and get beds for her to be at her house. So there are funds available when you do that. So you just can't say I couldn't afford it. Just say you didn't fucking want to. And that's why I'm saying I know for a fact what these people do. I saw them do this recently with a homegirl that took over a child, and she's getting a check every month. And they did, bus tickets for the baby it's resources out there. So I'm with you, Pryme. Don't get on there with the news and try to spin this narrative that the white man and his kids or whatever killed him, because no, actually, y'all let him down. This death is on y'all. And I can't be mad at this situation like I'm mad at Wells and Ervin, because it's different situations that led up to those. This was internally. This is like Pryme said, this is accountability, cultural accountability. This could have been handled in-house. And it shouldn't even went where it went, where this baby lost his life. He's the age of my son. This is crazy. And for my son for me to try to explain this to him, because now you got kids. This is where we at, y'all. Before we go on to Daniel and Nolan, our kids are now being told not to play with other races. He's seen all of this on social media, telling them, don't talk to white people, don't hang with them, don't speak to them, be on guard, be ready to kill, be ready to defend, be ready to do this. And if you think I'm lying, you go out there and see. And these kids are watching this stuff, y'all. We have to be so careful when and I'm not going to say tiptoe around this, but we have to I told mine, you don't be scared of one race. You be scared of everything and everyone and everybody. Because, you know, we can't sometimes, and we know this, sitting on this platform, it be our own kind that take us out. It be our own kind that set us up. It be our own kind waiting for us to fail.
Now, let's flip it to the other side real quick.
Okay.
Now, as for any whites, people that are Caucasian people that are watching this show, now this ain't no hateful show or anything like that. We telling the facts. We're telling what we see. We're expressing our thoughts and feelings about these situations. But white people, if you're watching this, honestly, when we say be cautious, because I don't use the word afraid, but cautious, be cautious of when you go with white people or when you around them, or be cautious of them. You got to understand that, because it's not hate. This is what you have trended over 400 plus years. This is a trend of yours. So understand when a young black man or a young black male is cautious of you to the point where he's very standoffish, where he's questioning if he should go with you or not because of what's done happened in the past. You should understand. If you are not like that, you should understand, and you should try to find a way to comfort them to understand, hey, I get where you're coming from, young black male. I get it. I really do. But I'm not like that. And be patient enough to understand his apprehensiveness with you. So don't act like we're being racist when we saying, hey, watch out when you mess with you can't be like that considering your background. You cannot. You cannot. You've been egregious, you've been insidious, you've been mean-spirited to us, your people. So you cannot be mad when we talking like this. You cannot, because this is passion. And I know every white person is not bad. I know it. I've been around white people, went to school with them. All of them weren't bad. But how do I tell the difference? And you have to understand that.
That's
how
where
do I tell the difference?
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, to just bring this to a circle on this, it's the same way with my own people.
Yeah,
how do I know you're not a snake? How do I know? I don't know. I don't know. So black people, black men, black young women, we are the black culture is trapped between two I don't knows. Yeah. I don't know when white people don't like me. I don't know when my own don't like me. God damn. You see how the dilemma we in?
Yeah.
And we're going to keep on piling on ourselves, black people, by not liking each other, by hating each other, by lying to each other, by killing, stealing. Come on, man. Really? How foolish are we? And we're gonna find comfort in foolishness? Wow. It's amazing out here, man. It's really amazing. Our mindsets. And just the land, we'll hurt the things that our ancestors fought for, the things that our ancestors died and cried and scratched and moaned and groaned and lost for us today. And where we are today with ourselves. We dealing with an outer cultural situation and an inner cultural situation. Ain't that a bitch? Really? Considering what them folks went through? Really?
Water hoses, dogs put on them. Couldn't look the white man in the eye. Had to use separate facilities and separate this and separate that. And you're right, our ancestors picked cotton, was whipped, all of that for us. And we sitting here bouncing our chest, talking about quiet on the creek. That's what we're at.
I can't look up another black man in his eye in a certain area just like we used to couldn't look a white man in the eye today. I can't go over on Luke 12 and look a man in the eye too long before he start thinking that me and him got to get into it. It's my own. We are now the Ku Klux Klan on our own.
Jeez.
Really? We coming by just like they used to in the white sheets, and we shooting up at grandmama house now.
We cutting them Nike masks. Instead of wearing the white sheets, we putting on the ski mask, the Nike ski mask.
The Pooh Shiesty. Come on. We walking around here hunting ourselves like they used to hunt us. And you won't respect, you want the private investigation to be in your favor. You want the judge to judge in your favor. You want the law to treat you right, not kill you, not beat you, not stereotype you. But you doing it first.
You're doing it first.
You doing it first.
Oh, Jesus.
They was already doing it, and you expect them to stop now? No, they ain't finna stop since you doing it. They gonna keep joining in. Hell, you doing it more than the police. You doing it more than we talking about these little kids right now that we talking about. You doing it more than them. So what we talking about? Come on now.
That's crazy.
Like, we got some self-checking to do.
Yeah. And again, Pryme, thank you for pointing out that we just not making it about one-sided, about being cautious on the white folks or the black, but on both. Just on humanity, period, because it hate coming every shade, every color. And I'm gonna put this out here. My great-grandfather was a white man. His name was Jeff. Pure white, not mixed. He was white. So with that being said, yeah, ain't no racism on this side over here on us, but we trying to hold ourselves accountable what we need to do within the culture. And y'all already know how we feel on In the Mix. So we're gonna move on because now we get to the meat of the potatoes, what the show was really about. And we're gonna start here at home. We talking about an 18-year-old, part of a swim team. He knows how to swim, y'all. He knows how to swim. Went out on the boat, just like Mr. Wells. Didn't come back. The people that he was with got rid of his cell phone. Do that sound familiar, y'all? Okay. 911 wasn't called immediately. His parents, his family wouldn't reached out to say, hey, something happened on this boat. We don't know where he at. Messages were deleted. Do that sound familiar, y'all? And the autopsy said no foul play, accidentally death. Y'all already know Ben Crump is on this one too. The mom has reached out. She's not satisfied with the investigation. She's not satisfied with she's asking for a grand jury to review the details because so far only thing they have is tampering with evidence. The people that he was out on the boat with. They got rid of his boy clothes. They got rid of this is too much. This is too much. This is crazy that they are similar to each other in different states. What you guys think? Because I didn't pull clips on this to show, oh, this is what happened. I actually pulled clips for Wells and for Mr. Ervin of their moms and what their moms are saying. Because one thing about a mom, and y'all know that sitting on this platform, a mom knows when her baby's in danger. I could tell Scooter could leave from here and I just get this feeling like, and I'll call, hey, what you doing? Where you at? Oh yeah, come on to the house. Mom's intuition 90% of the time is accurate. We know when something is not off. And what I don't like about these cases is everybody is saying, the other race or the other persuasion is saying, leave it alone. It's rude accidental. It is what it is. Why are we making it more than what it is? When you're talking to a mom that's connected, first of all, moms are connected to a boy in a different manner than a mom is different to, attached to a girl. And I hate to say that. That's why the saying is mama boy. Yeah, that's where the saying come from. We know it's a bond with them boys. We're their first vision and look of a woman. what they want, what they need, what they don't want, what they don't need. But we are that mama bear. And boys, we had it. I could tell my baby just as plain as day. It's just something about mama and boys. And I know also your mom has passed. RIP to your mom, because I don't want to dwell where it make you emotional on it. But I know and I saw you post about your mom this week. And it's something about them moms and boys bonds that's different. It is. It just is. I'm a daddy girl. So that bond is different with them boys. So for you to tell a mom that we did what we're gonna do and that's it, and they just gonna get tampering, what y'all think about the tampering charges?
See, here's the thing. They always want to say, "Oh, well, there was no harm, no foul, no tampering or anything." But Egypt, you just said it earlier. Okay, they got rid of his phone. They got rid of his clothes. If there was no foul play, why are you doing all of that?
There you go.
What's the point of that?
Right.
Are we pranking him or something? What is this for? So if there's no foul play, why are we doing it?
At least take those kids, at least take them in for questioning and sit them down because they did all that. Go get them, because if it was the other way around, that young boy would be in jail.
We jail or dead.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, like I say, and I'm gonna stand on this all the time. I don't expect anything different. Mr. Ben Crump, brother, that is the same. It is the same script that has been going on since Emmett Till and before, man, my guy. The script has to change. We have to reevaluate the way we come at these things. All this trying not to make waves, calm down, all this kind of stuff, man. Say, bro, nobody trying to hear that bullshit no more, man. I'm just being real, man. Ain't nobody, because I know if that was my son, say, man, bro, you fired, bro. Get on somewhere. Get on. I might chase your ass up out of here, man. For real. Get on up out of here.
We said it at the beginning of the show. We said it at the beginning of the show. We're not mad enough yet. Until we get mad enough to really want to do something, then all of these press conferences, all of these protests, all of that's gonna stop.
See, exactly. We talking too much. What the fuck we need to talk about? We know what that look like. We ain't no dummies. You mean everybody dumb? All black people dumb? Come on, man. They took his clothes, threw him away. They took his cell phone. They delete messages. What does that say? We not dumb.
Shit.
You mean to tell me I'm supposed to be satisfied with it was no foul play? Huh? Yeah.
Wait a damn minute. Yeah.
What? You mean to tell me I'm supposed Ben Crump? I'm tired of this shit. I'm really tired of the Ben Crumpness. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that shit. I don't want that. Like I said, that old milk dud head ass nigga. You ain't doing nothing but keeping motherfuckers complacent. That's what you doing. I'm sick of that shit. This ain't now. Now, what I would say is this, Mr. Ben Crump. If you really want to make a difference, get your motherfucking ass in the hood and help with your civil rights ass and help us have civil rights amongst ourselves. How about that shit? How about getting in the hood and going around the country and go to the hood? Take your whole ass suit off and put on a sweatsuit, nigga, and go over there and talk to them folks. Sit on the porch and say, hey, man, y'all got to stop this, man. We got to do better by ourselves because this is the results that we're getting because y'all not doing better by yourselves. Do that shit. Quit just showing up when the cameras is out. When it's a white situation. Quit just showing up for that shit, man. Civil rights don't mean you just show up for when it's a white person involved with a black murder. It also means you got to deal with your own civil self. You got to put civil shit in your communities, man.
Come on now.
But because we're not educated enough and not self-accountable and culturally accountable, we ain't thinking about doing no shit like that.
You better say that shit.
I'm sick
Now
of
you
putting
done
black
said
men
a
on t-shirts,
mouthful.
man.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sick of putting black men on t-shirts, man. Tired of that shit. We are worse than white people on ourselves. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that. And we want to get mad at them. We want to get a press conference together. And your ass can half-ass fucking read the words on the paper. Huh? You embarrassing, man. Big Crump is embarrassing to me. And I'm just being honest, man. He's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing.
That man read the autopsy report for Mr. Wells. I said,
Yeah.
what is this? Okay, so that okay. I'm gonna just put this right here. Pryme. You just did it, bro. You just did that. You just did
what did he say that was wrong? It's just like we're saying.
No, that's what I'm saying.
The time out for talking is the time out for talking. Because I mean, talking has got us. It's got us where? Where has it gotten us?
We ain't talking at ourselves enough. We got to talk at ourselves. Fuck what's outside. We already know how people think about us. We already know this shit. Okay, so we need to correct how we think about ourselves.
Yeah.
So let's talk inside. Inside. Remove the cameras. Put that shit up. Put that pretty shit up. And let's talk it ourselves. We got a problem, man. We got a problem, and we've been having a problem.
Look, even Tyra Banks said that. Take some responsibility for yourself.
That part. Because at the end of the day, y'all, this is what we fail to realize. And I know these mamas know this. When them cameras are gone, when the justice system has done what they gonna do or what they not gonna do, your child's still not here. And if you sue, just say, because I think they're saying, like, in one case, the parents is gonna try to sue for neglect and a whole bunch of stuff. That money won't bring your child back. And so what are we really doing?
And Big Crump gonna get his motherfucking whole ass percentage.
Him and Sharpton. Looking like a raisin from the, y'all remember that California raisin commercial?
Yeah.
That's what you look like with a perm.
Yeah, big head, little body.
Look, every time we have a situation like this, you see the same folks. And what has really gotten better since then? Not a whole lot.
Nothing, bro. It ain't even a little bit. What has changed since we are talking now? We got the laptops, we got the cameras, we got the beautiful mics, we got all this shit. We look good today. But if you take the skeleton of what's going on with these kids and what's happening, and you set it side by side with the Emmett Tills and the 50s and the 40s and the 30s, it's the same shit.
Mentioning that's where exactly where we're gonna go. They're saying that history is repeating itself, and I'm gonna play this clip before we talk about the parents. But I'm gonna play this, and it's creepy to think about. But if y'all remember in the opening, I said we have to remember our past, right? History is repeating ourselves to see if we're gonna pass this fucking test again. I think we said it on the last recording. We all said we think we on the autism spectrum, the black people. Yeah. I don't think YouTube like that. They gave me a strike on that. They struck us. But y'all know it's a spectrum. I don't know what's going on. What Bernie Mac said, what the fuck's going on? But something's going on. Y'all watch this here. Hold on.
As a mother,
not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew.
bit of stuff when it takes horrific death for us to get something done. And I guess we talked about this on one show too, all of us, and Pryme was saying war, we're gonna lose some casualties, right? We have lost 3 back-to-back, y'all, in a month span. How many more casualties or black boys are we gonna have to lose for us to see that there is a problem? And history is repeating itself, and racism is coming back to the forefront, and it's even more scarier because Pryme said on the last show, they know how to do stuff, and it's within the law. That's what's scary. This young man here, I don't know what's going, because they were actually just charged with tampering. She's seeking more, which if I was a mom, I'll be seeking it too. This Nolan Wells is another beast. That's gonna be our last one we're gonna talk about. But I guess we'll go ahead and talk about it now. We don't even have to roll the clips on these. Mr. Nolan Wells, y'all know he went out on the boat. A group, mixed stories. One girl said he got back on the boat. The boys are saying nope, he didn't get back on the boat. There was talks of the boat was having problems, and then somebody said the boat wasn't having problems, and the boat was seen back on the water at a later date, and they hadn't searched the boat, and the autopsy, the parts are missing for the independent person to do the autopsy, that they couldn't really do what they needed to do to rule out this, to rule out that. You got speculations, and again, like Pryme said, we got Crump that's coming back and kind of hyping the situation out and pointing out certain things on the autopsy, but we need that original story. We need the original facts. And then, like Pryme said, if this was of the other persuasion and they were black boys and it was a white boy that didn't come back home, they would already be in jail trying to prove their innocence. So we're talking about a group of people that lawyered up. One of the boys' stepmom is a judge. It's a small knit community. They're talking about bribery and cover up. They have pulled the veil back on the woman that did the autopsy, saying that she's known for doing this. And they have facts. They have moms that are coming out to say, no, she did the same thing with my son when ABC and happened. It's a quick cover up. I know it's so many aspects, but this is creepy that both of these boys was athletic, in good shape, can swim. They were saying they were playing the game, that they might have been speeding the boat up, making them swim, all kinds of stories. And we're not going to fabricate that, and we're not going to add on to that shit, because that's not what we do over here. But what we're saying is, it's too much alike. Deleted phone messages, phone missing. The dad had to go and get the car and the phone. They didn't want to come off the phone. Like, the same thing. The boy was so decomposed, he couldn't even have a damn open casket funeral. But our silly asses was open the casket, because we need to see him like we saw Emmett Till. Their mom might not. Do you have to? I mean, this baby had 2 gruesome autopsies on top of being decomposed before they even got to his body. We ignorant. We ask the stupidest questions. Yes, I want justice. Who will sit here on this platform and say we don't want justice? But like Pryme said, and like Oso said, what does that look like?
We ain't never had it.
That's what I'm saying. What does that? What if they are proven or charged with murder and all of that? If they are, let's just say if, are they really gonna get sentenced, y'all?
And the crazy thing is, if they do, okay, keep going. That's how okay, keep going, because you ain't finished. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not satisfied. So but at the end of the day, like I said, I do not expect anything more from them than I expect for myself.
Yeah.
And so I expect for us to learn how to start having those same expectations on ourselves, man. Really, truly, let's have them same expectations in the culture. I'm talking about from the rap music, from the household, from the man and the woman, from the child. Like, let's have these same expectations. We got like I cannot put on them what they've already shown me that they not gonna do. I can't. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like they willing to go to the grave about theirs. When are we willing to go to the grave about ours? Huh? I don't see it. I don't see it.
We talk a good talk, but
Yeah.
We rap about it. I die for my. Y'all remember the song? I ride for my. I shoot for my ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
But now one time have we made a lyric say about my seed, I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D.
And when they said that in that song, that was I ride for my nigga on some derogatory shit.
There we go.
But are you gonna ride for the betterment of your culture and your community on your own first? Are you gonna ride on your own for the betterment of your own community? Are you willing to get rid of the drugs in your own community and quit waiting on the motherfucking police that ain't gonna do it because they making money off your stupid ass? When are you gonna ride for that shit and quit glorifying it? When you gonna quit spending that shit, huh? When you gonna put that say, hey man, no more songs like that. You can't talk like that in your culture no more. We can't do that. When we gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? Like we sending our kids. Huh?
I'm with you. Don't worry, I'll wait.
You know what I'm saying? When is it everything is about just jamming and just having fun? Past the bullshit that we going through. I seen a mom lose her child on a Friday and be in the club on Sunday.
Ain't no way.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it. Throwing money. Talking about this what my son would have wanted me to do. What?
Crazy.
What did you want for your son?
My brother's birthday is this Thursday, and he has been gone since 2012. My mom is still like, hey, we're going to the cemetery on his birthday, which I'm buying my baby flowers. You talking about the grieving mom, so ain't no way I'm going to be in the club spending that shit and my baby, well, he's in dust now, but we got to do better than what we doing. Like Pryme said, we oh shit, he got the spirit out. Where my viewer discretion.
This shit ain't just for the other side. This for you too. It's for us. It's for us too. Goddamn.
Oh.
Wakanda forever.
Some of y'all need to be Shaka Zulu around this motherfucker. For real.
What I'm gonna say about this, because we're gonna wait and see how all of this play out, because we don't like to, again, like we said, this show is not about division and to make you want to hate and hurt, but it's about awareness. Yes, we're gonna have to protect ourselves. And then we just talked about a case where what we call self-defense got one baby 35 years. So he's coming up for appeals court in August, you guys. There's something else we got to be looking out for to see how this gonna spin and play out. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna do what we're gonna do on Wells and Ervin again, and from that baby Lowry. Our hearts go out to you guys, parents, you moms that are standing strong in the gap, that's trying to get answers. I pray that there is something good besides the money or whatever that can be put in place to protect us. Some kind of law, some kind of mandate, some kind of something that comes out of this. I don't know if y'all saw, but Metcalf's dad actually set up a fund or something the other day in the honor of his son, Austin. It's just continually spectacles being made out of us, and I don't know why we don't see or read through the lines. We got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. So without that, we're gonna go into our spotlight video. Of course, y'all already know who it is. No other than Mr. Joe. We're gonna do. I didn't want to do no rap. I didn't want to do nothing negative to make y'all feel like In the Mix is triggering y'all, because I wanted to do Stand Up by T.I. or some gangster stuff, and I said, nah, we're gonna slow it down a little bit. I should have put Al Green on here for y'all, because some of y'all need some damn love. I don't know what the hell y'all going on. We're gonna play a little of this. That part. Wake up, everybody. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Y'all know I can hold a key, and then I have Old Soul and Pryme come back on the hook and do drop. Yeah, don't play with us on In the Mix. Here we go, y'all. That part. So
this week in the spotlight.
It's amazing how you knock me off my feet. Every time you come around me, I get weak. No, nobody ever made me feel this way. You kiss my lips and then you take my breath away. So I wanna know. Oh, sing my song this evening.
Oh, Joe, say it for the people in the back.
So I could be.
Boy, we just gonna slow it down for a little bit now. Y'all don't go out here and make no damn more babies, cause we just told
you can't afford.
That you just can't afford.
That part. Yeah, don't be saying that. Yeah, we done made y'all wet and all that kind of crazy shit. Like, no, we slowing it down just a little bit.
But for y'all that can't afford, go make them babies. Put Joe on. Put Joe on, and if you can't get none with Joe, say, man,
you weak.
You gotta change your swagger, big dog. You gotta change your swagger, man. Cause Joe, all you gotta do is put that on. This should set the mood, man.
I was already in the mood when I played it for the show. I said, "Oh, I had a tweet moment." Oh,
especially if you got that good cologne on, fellas. You got that good cologne on. You smelling good, man. You trimmed up. You took a bath. You know what I'm saying?
Them balls ain't sweaty.
Now, say all of that. You know what I'm saying? Put a little bit of that cologne under your balls, man, when you get through, man. You know what I'm saying?
And air dried out. Boy, it's been so long. I feel like that woman on the clumps. All that pressure building up, then boom. Shit. Y'all gonna know when I come off the porch. Now I'm trying to debate. It's been a long. Y'all know I'm a September baby. I'm a Virgo in this thing. So I'll be 50 if the Lord say the same in some weeks. And I'm trying to see if I'm gonna come off the porch, but I'm rusty as hell, y'all. My joints, I'll fuck around and be in emergency room trying to come off the porch. That damn Joe, he get it. Yeah, he get it. Something about that chocolate in that bald head.
Hey, also, that boy gonna come in there and push them legs to the headboard.
And I'm gonna be in the emergency room because shit, even though I'm short, you girl can't do the wide letter no more. Shit, I'm gonna be like young man.
Slow down.
That's why I say we have to embrace, because us women, we love the bald head. You see how he took that towel and hit that? Yeah, you can't do that with that paint spray that y'all see. That's what I'm y'all don't be in my inbox asking me about Pryme. Please do not, because I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be in that hot seat. Bull corn. I know the missus, and y'all don't want that heat. I promise you.
Hey.
Yeah, man. Keep that damn head on. Also, yours too, because I don't want no drama from the missus. I don't need no calls being like Egypt is over there pimping the dudes. Oh no, but we do got some handsome men on the platform, y'all. But they are taken. I'm the only single one. But I ain't doing shit. I ain't gonna bust a grape. Y'all don't even waste your breath over here. Shit. I ain't doing shit. See, I'm collecting dust just like shit. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I got too much. Wait a minute, y'all. Before we go into our comedy thing, have y'all seen the group that they have formed on Facebook called Cheaters Exposed? And it's about all the men in Dallas.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I just saw it the other day.
Yeah, that's why I'm single.
I had two CSUN members on there, man. Yeah, I had two CSUN. One of them was
in all shades and colors.
Yeah. Yeah, I had two CSUN members. I got to reprimand them, man. I got to pull them to the side. I got to pull them to the side.
Group is putting them on the blast, y'all. The down low men and all the people that's out here with HIV, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm telling y'all, it's the down low men and Man, bump it.
Yeah,
I just use
crazy.
nah.
Yeah, that's
I don't
crazy.
want none.
See, that's the problem right there is the down, and it ain't just the men. Men see women created that. Men don't really do too much talking about what we, you know what I'm saying? We don't blast y'all like that. Y'all will blast the shit out of men. But it's actually both sides. You know what I'm saying? Women is doing the same thing. And they spreading that mustard gas too. You know what I'm saying? So it's really bad.
Did you say mustard gas?
Mustard gas. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes,
So
he did.
y'all be careful out here, man. You single people, y'all be careful, man. The boys out here, man. They hey man, say dog, you going down there and you coming up with peanut brittle on your beard, man.
Yeah, looking like a peanut patty.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? You walking around with the
and
letters,
these women
man.
is putting y'all on blast, man. They putting that shit. I mean, they telling, if you go in the chat, man, they telling damn near where these men and women live at. That's really scary and creepy. I'm telling you, that's why I ain't busting the grape until, I mean, I ain't gonna say mine got to be a virgin, but damn, I got to at least know you not community. I mean, these men, and it's crazy. And they be like, do you know my dude? He a truck driver. And then the women come right behind it. He's my favorite box eater. I said, oh, wait a minute.
On, man.
Jesus.
Come on.
I mean, and then they putting the trends, like the women coming under there that's trans or punks. They're putting their pictures under there and like, yeah, I had him. Like they earn them out. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all out here moving foul, man, it is a group chat going on. And people are putting your pictures in there. I saw one man before we start recording was going off because his picture was in that group and women was coming up under their post. But my thing is, if you're not living like that, you know what I'm saying? You just got to be careful what you're doing. That shit, you can post each of our day. They're gonna say that motherfucker there is stuck up. She don't answer her phone, the DM inbox. You can't move me with a chicken wing or a Coke, and I'm a fat girl at heart. Fuck that.
Yeah, I done had a couple hit me in my inbox over the years, you know. But I told them, I let them know, and they respected it. You know, like, hey man, I got a lady. You know, I appreciate the compliments, but I have a lady, and they was like, I appreciate that because a lot of men wouldn't say that. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to hide, and furthermore, if I was gonna go jump out there like that, you gonna know the real. You gonna know the real. That way, you can't say shit. You can't say nothing. But y'all be careful out here, man, because it is very, very treacherous out here. And
so y'all lucky, man. Y'all already booed up because I'm telling you this shit out here. And Pryme, you especially lucky because a lot of women, when you tell them stuff like that you got a woman, we try harder. We be like,
I had that not too long ago. I went somewhere and I'm talking about, she was looking at me like I was a Snicker bar, man, for real. And I'm talking about she tried to get me, and I told her, I said, hey, babe, I looked in her eyes and I said, hey, baby, my girl don't deserve none of that. She don't deserve that. Yeah. And she was like, damn, I ain't never heard nobody tell me that. I said, yeah, I'm sure. Because she was bad. I was like,
you had a stalker last year. Hell, I thought I was going to have to come and pick you up at one of them routes. Pryme had a stalker last year. I'm talking about full-flown stalker. I said, oh, shit.
Yeah. So now I cut it out. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard when you got self-respect.
Yeah,
and you don't,
discipline,
discipline, man. And then furthermore, I don't want to mess nobody up. I don't want nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because I can make it hard for them next, man, if I'm not the one. You know what I'm saying? So I look at stuff a lot different than I did when I was in my 20s. Even when I was married, I look at a lot of stuff.
Man.
You know, that's different because you can really mess somebody up, man, and bring pain to them. And it's not just for them. That's gonna bleed to their family, their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, so man, we gotta be more responsible, man.
Yeah, we just having fun because we done did what we gonna do for our show today. We done talked the deep, the hard, the truth, the raw, the uncut. And I know so been married and still married, and that's just it ain't nothing like having somebody to have your back. That's all I'm gonna say on that shit. So yeah, y'all two men are very, very lucky because your sister over here twirling her thumbs, playing hopscotch to see if the pool is dirty, and that bitch is full of parasites. Shit, Scooter was out there at the hospital for parasite poisoning for swimming pool. I'm like, what in the hell going on?
Yeah.
The pool is dirty, man. So man, yeah, I wish that one day for me, but right now I'm on the move and on the grind, and yeah, I ain't got time to slow down. But now I ain't for being no wash shape and out here at the hospital and shit. Y'all know I got some issues going on. Shit, yeah, you girl, each boat.
Gonna have you hanging out there. You gonna have your ass hanging out the bed.
Well, he better have his phone already dialing 9, because I'm out that bitch. My heart can't take that pressure. Now, I used to talk that shit when I was younger. Let me let you know, man. Your girl was an acrobat on the yeah, man. Yeah. What was that song that do magic on? Yeah, your girl was out there. She was out there. But I was married too, y'all. When I say shit like that, I was married for 18 years. Like, yeah, let's not do that game. But this single shit is a different, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a different ball game. But like you said, you got to have that self-discipline. You got to know what you want, and you got to know your worth, and you got to watch who you are connecting to that could drain your soul, your spirit. And not only that, but give you them 3 alphabets, man, that there ain't no fucking cure for. And people keep walking around here like, I take my medication daily. That shit is nothing cool about having that shit, especially if you have other health conditions, man. That shit
they got the medication. They got the medication that hides them levels.
The undetected. That shit is not cool, man.
That's not cool at all.
Cool.
That's not cool,
man. Yeah. So y'all, comedy coming from old school. And then we're gonna come back and say our little remarks, and then we at this, but couldn't nobody do this better than right here, y'all. Here go Bernie, y'all.
You know, and I was with a Mexican guy and a white guy. And I said, man, I want to go to heaven. He said, God, right down the road. I said, well, how far? I said, just a half a mile. He said, but your name ain't on the list, Bernie. You know your name ain't on the goddamn list. I said, well, wait a minute, man. I said, I'm gonna try. He said, well, you got one more chance to make it. If you can go down there and you ask the Lord a question and he can't answer it, you might get into heaven. And I whispered something to the Lord. And he looked at me. And he looked up. He looked down. He said, open the gate! I walked on in. The white guy said, that's bullshit, man. How the fuck did he get in there? That's bullshit. He said, hey, Father, what did the black guy ask you? He asked me, when was black people ever gonna stick together?
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
And that's how we're gonna funny. That part. And that's how we're gonna wrap this show up, y'all. It's been a pleasure. Y'all gonna see us this one on this coming Saturday. We're gonna try to get a little bit more consistent. Like I said, if y'all see the change on the screen, we are elevating at every cost, at every chance we get to make it more pleasurable when you see us on screen. A lot of A-Bro, Fist to Strike Out in about 3 weeks. They'll be doing a recording that's with the newbie Carl Liggins, and of course, y'all know Coach Chris. We got everything for everybody. We're going to quickly expand real quick, y'all. This year, it's going to scare everybody on this platform. And that you see on here, man, it's good when you can work together with your brothers and sisters and come together for the common good of the people and for the culture, y'all. Again, I'm gonna say this is my spiel. Y'all, let's stop with the quiet on the quick. We seeing grown men shaking their breasts, talking about quiet on the creek or whatever, the creek shit, whatever it is by Saucy Montana. Let's come off of that. Let's come off of spend that shit. Let's come off of this other shit we got going, man, and pay attention. We got to pay attention, man. We losing lives out here while we doing it. And grown men, if I see you bouncing your chest and them men boobs to quiet on the creek, and man, sorry, I'm gonna report y'all. I'm supposed to find somebody to report y'all to, because this shit is gonna get out there. Your titties looking like mine, and you bouncing to quiet on the creek by a man, girl, or girl, boy, whatever his pronouns is. That shit is, man, it's questionable. And I need to find out who to report y'all ass to. I'm sick of this shit. I'm like Pryme, I'm sick of this shit. Here's my comment, y'all. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. That is by our brother, Mr. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. May we never grow so accustomed to tragedy that we stop valuing life. And may we continue to believe that together we shall overcome. That's your girl Egypt. The two guys gonna say they spill, and then y'all, we catch y'all next show.
Okay, I'll go. Hey,
Go ahead.
Hey, y'all already know how we roll. Hey, in the mix, beautiful show, y'all. First of all, you know what I'm saying? Great points on all of these topics. And yeah, we definitely got to do better. I'm almost exhausted with saying this, y'all, but cultural accountability, love each other, do better by each other, set the example for the world. Set the example by setting the example for ourselves so the world can see it. And when they can see it, then they're going to start, a lot of them are going to start moving the way that we need them to move. But right now, as it is right now, we're not setting the example. So we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? And I know we can do better. It's there. We can do it. We just not doing it. And now I'm calling out the new uprising leaders. The men in their 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s. It's us.
Where y'all at? Yeah.
Where y'all at? It's our turn to take the baton. And it's our turn to analyze what our ancestors did, what the people before us did or did not do, and do it, correct it, and let's get across this finish line with at least organizing and coming together and uniting. They afraid of that. They know when we do that, that's a whole new day. Whole new day. So they doing everything they can to distract us. Let's start finding a way to get away from the distractions, y'all. Like Egypt said, let's stop spinning that. Let's stop glorifying being a dark person, being dark people as far as our actions. Let's start loving ourselves, y'all. This is what we got to do. Also,
man, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. In order for us to see the change, we got to be the change.
Be the change.
And one thing that we didn't touch on, and I think we really need to touch on, if we want to stop seeing individuals like Ben Crump go out there and try to call themselves speaking for us, one thing we need to do and focus on, November is coming. This is midterm. We need to learn who's downtown, and we need to learn who is running for what, and then go out there and vote the same way we stand in line waiting for school supplies and we stand in line waiting on somebody to give us food and give us handouts and all of these things. Let's go do the same thing come November and stand in line and do what we need to do. These are the things that our ancestors fought for us to have. Why not use them and use them to the best of our benefit?
Yeah.
That's it.
Y'all have heard it. And you show right. Oh, so we showed and talk about that voting in November. And it's not about red or blue. At this point, it's about who has our best interest at heart when going to represent us in Congress and House and locally. The judges, everything we gonna vote for will be in November. So you want to know why that baby Carmelo y'all voted that in. Y'all voted, we voted, or didn't vote, or didn't participate. And also, you saw right, we're standing in line for the drop of the new retro Jordans, the new iPhone. We fighting each other. We on Black Thursdays, or for a TV we done bought 10 times. I don't know where all these TVs going, but we sure in line for them hoes. Every day after Thanksgiving, we about to kill each other over them Walmart rollback TVs that don't last. But okay, never mind. But anyway, we gotta do better than you every year you get a new TV. I ain't figured the shit out yet. I don't know what they doing. But okay, it's marketing. Okay, y'all. But yeah, we got to do and stop being so quick about somebody's tone or how they look or the big words, especially if you don't know what that damn big word means. Look at that person. It's ways you can really, really research these people that are running in these offices. And y'all, we got to make a best choice. I'm not voting. I am Democrat, but at this point, I'm looking at what's on the table, what matters to my community, what's going to affect my kids. Our votes affect all of that, y'all. It's not about us. It affects the schools. It's going to affect education. It's going to affect all of that. My baby is an IEP child. Y'all already know what that is. So we got to look at all of that. Hey, Be the change. Bye, y'all. We'll see y'all. We in the mix.
In the mix. In the mix. In the mix. Let me tell you how it's going down. In the mix. In the mix. In the mix. Let me tell you how it's going down. In the mix. In the mix.
It's a QOC thing.
Mix. Let me tell you how it's going down. In the